bit about this before. And this is the matchup that this is the only one they were thinking about. They weren't thinking about going on beyond this matchup as we're getting into game number 1 here. And this is the team composition that they've got prepared for the whole weekend.
I don't know how to feel about this just yet. I think like as we see more of this set, that is very much going to influence my opinion.
I mean,
on
Boots
this
is
team
like
comp.
basically not picked in doubles, right?
Yes.
And that's probably what's giving you that trepidation. And then Barasa's basically only been successful with Cody Travis.
It's really that like whenever I view Cody Travis's Barraza, it seems like out of date, and it's really just Cody being so sick at the game that he makes it work.
You're calling it out of date when it was the only one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted him to play more Meta Legends, but of course I'm wrong.
Meta Legends like Reno and Vrax.
Vrax is meta right now, brother.
Okay,
Trust me, Vrax is meta right now.
One good time. Okay,
if we get Stingray Vrax, that's gonna be meta.
Back to this match. All right, we've already had a crazy team combo ending in Clem's side signature on the axe. Nice edge guard there coming up from Anime. But the reminder here is that Anime and Pier are favored to win this matchup. I guess albeit barely. It's probably like a 51-49 favor. I imagine that's what the chat vote is like too. That Cider got right in the way of that dunk and actually takes out Jet Bean as he was trying to punish Pier. Great job there on the Cider, and they even things up pretty quickly.
This double Lance coming out, this is one of those things that like a lot of people have trouble playing against Lance. You see it all the time on Twitter. You saw a lot of it after Hughes won Spring Royale, as everyone was talking about yet again about Lance. So if Clem and Jetbean are not ready for this double Lance, they're gonna have to deal with constantly. Like Anime's doing a great job of controlling space here. Only in the orange, he's basically tied with Jetbean on second stocks. The Nairs are coming out, the Sayers are coming out. Sayers so tough to punish.
Yeah, and look at that side stick coming through. Recovery does actually knock out. Clem goes down at the same time, though, so that revenge knockout will make it come dead even. And Jetbean actually risking off stage against Anime, and Anime reversals him, gets that ground pound, goes for the recovery into neutral signature on Clem, and the blue team takes a huge lead off of that offstage exchange from Jetbean.
Anime and Pier are doing a great job contesting these boots. We haven't seen a lot of boots in North America, so it could be a matchup that they're a little bit unfamiliar with. But maybe if they're sort of similar calibers of player, maybe they're running into each other in ranked a lot, so they have more than your average person does with experience with how to deal specifically with boots and Tesca.
Yeah. Oh, and now we're at such a close moment in the game where Pier and Jetbean are both the weak links of the team. Cider comes through. Jetbean goes right back over to Clem, just holding on to center, doesn't want to risk going off stage again. But Anime just lets the side stick rip, and he doesn't react. And now it's a 1v2. Clem with that down air. Fantastic. Let's see if he can get it. No, he gets hit by the recovery, and that is it for game number 1.
Anime did a fantastic job that game of putting out damage, not taking a lot. You saw still, he was very much in the red, but he still had an entire full stock to go through. He was still on his second stock, doing a great job. Anime and Pier played very well that game.
All right, and that was off of a deficit from Anime and Pier, because I was highlighting the side signature knockout where Clem was having Jetbean knock opponents into his signatures, get those knockouts off the right side of the stage. I think the momentum really switched when Jetbean went to fight Pier off stage, and Pier was just kind of like, what are you even thinking about? And he hits him with one ground pound and goes and destroys his teammate. And I could literally see Jetbean play differently after that. Holding on to center, getting a Cider off stage, not really taking those risks. And Pier and Anime just took complete advantage of that, and they win game 1 pretty handedly. We're back here in Apocalypse.
Anime basically spent the last 2/3 of that game on his second stock. That was a short game too, Tazza. That game was 2 minutes and 39 seconds. Anime and Pier were able to completely demolish this red team with 3 stocks to their name.
And here we go into game number 2, back onto Apocalypse. Anime and Pier, Anime having a ton of damage, right? I think he's had more damage on this stock than he did the entire second stock on the graph that you showed me, because he was just doing so great surviving. So he might go down really quickly, but we'll see what happens after that. I think Jetbean and Clem have a really great, opening strategy, and then once the first stock flies, it feels like they're getting a little scrambled. So let's see if they can tighten things up here. That down stick comes through, does get that knockout on a Jetbean team combo. That was a perfect neutral stick dodge read, and he just needed to charge it a little bit longer.
He might have charged it the actual max amount that you can when you choose to expend your dodge and do a gravity cancel, but maybe not.
Frames. I feel like I've seen it. Okay, you're right, because you can't do a full charge off of a gravity cancel.
I was about to say Pranav send me that replay, and then I miss you, Pranav.
Oh well.
He's not here anymore.
And now, recovery hits. That's the spiking hitbox. bounces him off the stage, still has enough knockback even after that reduction to take him down. Anime finally goes down. He took all that damage in the first 20 seconds of the game and then just held on to it for a minute and a half. Really great survivability coming out from him there. Even game, but Jetbean is the weak link once again. They're putting a lot of damage onto him. He's got to be a little bit careful here. I think that like that doubt you had, Sparky, about like, okay, boots and twos, can you sell it? I don't know. He's not doing a great job for me so far.
The thing is we just haven't seen a lot of it. So we don't have results. We have a handful of players, like we have Wes's Tesca, but Wes is a special player.
I don't think Wes plays Tesca at twos, so that's why it's like...
I'm trying to remember. What South American player did it? Was it Wes?
It was actually, I think it was Sack, which was wild to me because I was expecting only guitars. Anyways, that's a whole other tournament. That was a Royale. We're here in Dallas, and they've evened up things very quickly, where Jetbean and Pier are once again the ones very close to being on the brink of being knocked down to one stock. Ooh. Oh, that's huge. That Cider catches Pier, dive kicking unawares. And that recovery coming out from Clem almost gets the double. Falling Cider gets the knockout. That was a miraculous kill coming out there from Anime, because I was not thinking that he was going to be able to make it down there.
And there was a Blaster Cider that clashed with a Lance Cider that might have ended the stock for Clem, but no, that clash actually saved him because the big force dump on Sayer doesn't come until the end.
Ooh, Cider comes through. Clem makes it back and get a weapon. Anime was starving it in the side. Dude, Anime has taken like 700 damage. He's on 2 stocks. I can't wait to see what that looks like. He goes down. Jetbean and Clem have opportunity here. If Pier can't get the landing, that downer was huge. Nice job, takes him off stage. The neutral 6 spikes. Can Clem go off stage to get the Cider? He gets the spike, that's it. Pier goes down, and now they've got the team combo off an amazing edge guard. That was probably the best Barasa neutral 6 I've ever seen, and I mean, I've watched a lot of Cody Travis.
It's one of those things that like so telegraphed. Everyone almost knows it's coming every time, which is why Cody doesn't even do it that much. But yeah, he put that in the perfect spot.
He had no more resources,
exactly.
Right?
There was no way to escape.
And I was even surprised it had enough force to just knock out. I thought he was going to fall to the bottom of the stage. Didn't even have that opportunity. Now Anime stuck in the 1v2. It's doable though, Sparky. Look at how much damage Jetbean's got, and Anime's got a lance in hand. Oh, he interrupts the side swing with the neutral light, and then he gets the side swing off the team combo.
Doesn't have a weapon. Recovery off the top. Easy pickup for Clem, and they're going to tie up this set 1-1. This is exactly what we expected to see from these two teams who are so close to one another in skill.
So I'm like, the dial is like moving around for me in terms of what I'm expecting to see. After that game 1 and into that game 2, I was kind of like, all right, I'm convinced Pier and Anime have the edge for a reason. They're going to be taking in this 3-0 or whatever. And then Jetbean and Clem brought out some of the most clutch team combos and punishes off the end there that absolutely won them that game. And I'm like, okay, was that just like a happens once, we're not going to see it again, or is it now they're warmed up enough and they're starting to get these things that we're going to see it a lot more, and these games are going to be more dominant in their favor? Because those were 2 fantastic stocks where if they didn't play those perfectly, I could see Anime winning that 1v2.
Now, we're not going to actually get a chance to look at the graph because we went into the next game so quickly, but the final stock of Pier is so small. He didn't take a lot of damage, and it didn't take a lot of time for them to knock that out. Similar thing for Anime's final stock as well, because it was ended based off of that 2v1 team combo that Clem and Jetbean brought out. So they really turned things up at the end of the game, really hit their stride, found the chemistry that they needed to find the follow-ups, and of course ended with that 2v1 combo as well. Great work from Jetbean and Clem to tie this one up.
Yeah, and here they go into this game number 3 on Miami Dome. And it's been such a great lead here for the blue team as Jetbean's already down to 2 stocks going into this against Clem.
Pier charging that up, the bounce pass off. Clem stays deep in the push-off column, might be taken off here. No, they're just kind of trading positions back and forth. Both of them want the edge guard, so it'll be Pier on top, Clem on bottom. They'll switch, Clem on top, Pier on bottom, switch one more time, Clem on top, Pier on bottom.
Yeah, and now we've got ourselves in these even stock scenario. Oh, the spike goes the wrong way.
That's gonna hurt.
Clem gets the gravity cancel neutral light, actually takes him off stage, and now going with that down air. Clem, can he make it back? Falls to that Cider, gets the neutral light immediately on the turnaround. That was huge.
Anime just kind of jumping around those soft platforms here on Miami Dome, trying to stay away from the red team as Pier is coming back in, spawning back in. He grabbed a weapon. He does have the lance. That's going to burn his dodge, but no, they completely disengage, so he gets back without having to worry about that dodge being gone from the failed gravity cancel neutral sig that came out. Jetbean over on the edge. The harpoon toss goes over. The side air follow-up from Pier. Solid edge guard from the blue team. Both Anime and Pier had an important position in that edge guard.
Oh, and falling with that down air. Let's see what Pier can do. Oh, he does he jumps up, dodges down immediately to mix up that timing, gets a little bit more damage in there. Gravity gets a downlight, stopped by the downlight coming out from Anime, and no punish there. He doesn't pivot. Both axe side lights going wide, and they can't get any more damage on Clem here. Jet Bean, though, the one with the... she's getting pressured off the side of the stage there, gets side-aired. I can see both Pier and Anime are just kind of like, okay, we could take Jet Bean down, but no, that recovery comes through, and that's huge. Pier now down to 1 stock.
Even though Jet Bean is on his final stock as well, he did get the KO, sending Pier off the top with the gauntlets. It was a recovery. Picked up 2 there. One was his teammate, but it's going to have that reduced damage until Anime picks up the recovery to take Clem off the top. Both members of the red team on final stocks. Jet Bean getting very close to red. And then we're seeing kind of the spread that we saw in Game 1 where Anime is very red on his second stock, and in Game 1 he never lost it, but this time he actually does. He's taken out there. Jet Bean and Clem have the 2v1 situation against Pier. He was over on the wall, didn't take too much damage, finds his way back up, hits the side air, gets caught by the neutral light.
Oh, and that side light doesn't go into anything else. Falls to that downer, gets caught by Clem. D-Light into recovery here. That could be okay. They trade stocks, and now it's a 1v1 with Clem and Anime. It's as close as you could get for this Game 3. Recovery does hit, and his blasters have to be damaged here, but he misses that side light. Clem makes it back to the stage, and he switches over to Axe. So it's Axe versus Axe here. Side light, no nair afterwards. Wasn't expecting that to connect, and the falling down air, the landing hitbox goes into a weapon throw and a recovery. Backswing of the dare. Clem getting a ton of damage here, and Anime, he is still in the lead, but he's been losing a lot of these neutral interactions.
It's 2 Axe players jockeying for position. He goes for the side light into the recovery as the option. Wanted the KO right there. The spot dodge comes out from Clem to get through. Does find the punish with the neutral light. He's staying very grounded, but gets hit by the falling side air. I have been hit by many of those to close out very close games in ranked. I know exactly how that feels.
Yeah, really fantastic finish there coming out from Anime, especially with the pressure of how Clem was playing. Clem was mixing things up there in that 1v1, doing stuff that we didn't see in the 2v2s, like the weapon throw, recovery, pickup, things like that, that was really trying to throw him off his game, and he just looked at that, adapted to that, and was able to get that last falling Sair to bring the set to a 2-1 lead, but it's not over yet, Sparky. This is the best of 5.
And really looking at the graph of last game, it seems like Jet Bean was kind of the weakest link compared to Clem, because Jet Bean's first 2 stocks, he basically lost his first 2 stocks when Clem finally lost his first one. So he's losing those stocks twice as fast as Clem is. Did kind of turn up a little bit on that 3rd stock, stretched it out a little bit more, but still wasn't enough.
Yeah. I'm wondering now what the stage pick is going to be. We're going to see it in just a little bit, because I don't think either team is going to be swapping off the Legends here. This is definitely their pick for the thing. Okay, so we're going from Miami Dome to the Fortress Alliance here for game number 4. Clem and Jet Bean are keeping it close. I still have like that gut feeling that they're still like clawing from a deficit every single game. And
I would definitely agree.
And that's what we have to see change here, because outside of that game 1, I haven't seen them go into a game with a strong lead ever since, and I don't know if we're going to see that in this game either, as Clem gets spiked by that slide charge down signature, and Anime goes for a second onto Jet Beam. Clem losing that stock in under 20 seconds on Barasa is brutal.
So last game, they were able to focus out Jet Bean so quickly. Now this game, it seems like their eyes are set on taking out Clem from this game so quickly as well.
Oh,
he's
Clem?
over on the edge.
Okay.
He was sweating, but you saw Jet Bean move over to give him a little bit of relief, act like that wall between his teammate and the blue team.
Oh, the weapon throw stopping Jet Bean from going down there. But yeah, that was critical on that recovery there, because one bad angle on that dodge, and he might not even be able to make it back. Pier goes down, doesn't get the falling sider there. Anime siders his way back on the stage, and that's going to be the stock. Anime gets them flying from that side stick, and they take the most deceptive of leads here. It would be really great if Clem didn't go down in that first 20 seconds, but they could still make it go a little bit further. It's just a matter of, like, how is Jet Bean's survivability here? Is he going to get knocked back by like a light attack and then spend 30 seconds recovering? That's what we have to look for.
Well, may not even have that chance, because an Axe D-Light is going to knock out Jet Bean. So that was a lot of damage put on that stock, and exactly what happened. Clem is on final stocks as well. And it's basically a reverse for the red team of what happened last game. Last game, Jet Bean lost his 2 by the time Clem lost 1. This game, Clem lost 2 while Jet Bean's only lost 1.
Yeah, and Pierre's now playing a lot more confidently. Anime, though, gets hit by that weapon throw. He can even make it back. D-Light ground pound. Jet Bean cleans up the stock, and that evens things up to 3 stocks to 3. Now Clem with the blasters, can he help Jet Bean out of that situation? That's huge. It's the first time that we've seen Jet Bean win on an offstage interaction against these 2 as well. And Pier and Anime, while setting up the team combos, Anime can't even stop the neutral light from Jet Bean from finishing on Pier there as he gets that extra bit of damage.
There is a weapon spawn on the field. Jet Bean's going to swap over to those boots from the gauntlets. You're seeing him sweating for just a second, but he's able to get back to the main platform. Both Lance players, of course, staying very aerial, using those side airs a lot. Very difficult to punish move, gives you a lot of drift, a lot of control in that. Nice little backwards nair coming out from Anime, gets picked up. Okay, turned around. We have a member of the red and the blue on the right side, member of the blue and the red on the left side as well.
Yeah, Clem's so damaged, and Jetbean going down. Clem's got to pick up a weapon and run. No, he throws it the wrong direction, doesn't choose correctly there. Does find that side on Anime, and some friendly fire from Pier could cost the blue team this game 4 victory here. If Anime goes down right there.
Oh, he went for it. Gets punished with the side air, and that's the KO. Jetbean is now in the 1v2. He's getting zoned out by Pier. Anime, the more damaged blue team member, he's staying in the back line, being very careful. But see, if Jetbean gets through, Anime is still very ready to go. Now he moves forward, starts putting out that damage.
Yeah, this is rough. Jetbean trying to pick up that weapon. Has the boost. There's the down stick. Is that going to be enough? No. He doesn't go for the forward hit. Doesn't want to get interrupted by it, but he just gets the recovery as Anime tries to go high, and now Jetbean in the 1v2 has got himself against Pier.
Pier still very much has the lead here. That's why Pier was taking the lead in this game before, and now Pier cleans it up, and that's the KO for the blue team. Anime and Pier take it 3-1.
Wow. That was a match that delivered in terms of this closeness that I was expecting. And now I see, like, I stand corrected in that sense of, like, I see why Pier and Anime had that favor to win on that projected bracket, because I do feel like they were in control the rest of the game, but the way